Actress Shari Belafonte grew up with parents who taught her to be active and be involved. Her father, singer Harry Belafonte, was a key figure in the 1963 March on Washington, the culmination of the civil rights movement. Well, Shari's been seeing all the protests that have been going on today, and she is weighing in on the big picture through both her eyes and those of her father's.
We do have to have protests in order to remind people this is vital, this is real. But we need to have that place and that space where people can come together on solid ground and say, this is what is important to me, and life, above all, should be important to everybody.
Shari Belafonte has been watching this all unfold, from the protests that followed the death of George Floyd, to the destructive looting that ran wild, to the now peaceful and powerful demonstrations we see every day. She believes images of Floyd definitely struck a chord.
When you've got something that's so evident, that's so right in your face, people, rise to the challenge. There's a feeling that they have that's inherent that says, I have to do something about this.
Shari has been in show business for decades, from her starring role on Hotel to one now on The Morning Show. Her father, singer Harry Belafonte, was Martin Luther King Jr.'s best friend. She says whenever King was working on a speech, her dad was right there to lend a hand.
And Harry's got pages and pages that Martin wrote, were first drafts of his, I've got a dream speech.
Harry was the key showbiz figure working with King on the Civil Rights March on Washington back in 1963. Major Hollywood stars of the day joined Harry in supporting the movement.
We also know, or we would not be here, that the American Negro has endured for many generations in this country which he helped to build the most intolerable injustices.
200,000 strong, that march spurred lawmakers to pass the Civil Rights Act the following year. Now, some 57 years later, her father still sees injustice with the deaths of Floyd and other African Americans.
It's disheartening to see that we've come as far as we have, and yet it's like 2 steps forward, and now we're 5 steps back. It's 5 steps back. Harry's very disheartened in what's going on right now. He even said to me the other day, it's worse now than it was in the 60s, as far as he's concerned.
In the early 60s, Harry Belafonte told both John and Robert Kennedy people of color need to have their voices heard. In 2020, Shari says this.
Right now, people are not desensitized. They're very sensitive about what's going on. So with any luck, we'll have a better opportunity to advance humanity forward and not have to pick and choose colors.
Shari also told me your parents taught her to be there for people in need, no matter their color. Live from home, George Pinocchio, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Good to hear from her. George, thank you very much.